Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the STB Racing League Season 17 Austrian Grand Prix. We've had a few technical issues with the lobby, but we are back ready and we are raring to go for what is going to be possibly the best race of the season. I'm here with Riggsy. Riggsy, before the lobby messed up, we were talking about our predictions. Remind us who you think is going to win, and speak to us a little bit about how this restart is going to affect the strategy here today.
Well, we've been talking about the predictions early on in the last stream as well, talking about who we thought was going to win, who was going to do this and that. I did say that I was going to put all my weight behind Davison for the win. I think he really needs to get his finger out his rear end and into some good points paying positions and hope that Bruno Will can trip up along the way. So he'll definitely need to be on the hunt and on the prowl for some good points here in Austria and maybe try and get a snowball effect on with that. Talk about strategy. Top 10, I had to start with the soft tires, which you'll see on the left hand side of your screens. They're all in the softs. That is the rule. Outside the top 10 you've got a free choice of tyre. But the top 10 will have a reprieve following the restart purely because it means that with a lobby restart we need to start with fresher tyres, so that means they can alter their strategy. It is mainly soft to hard as we were talking in the last one as well, but we will most likely maybe see a shift in strategy choice. Obviously we will stretch the softs out to the mediums to about lap 16, but if we don't, it'll be hards for about lap 12.
Definitely. So, Riggsy, Davison, you said was going to win here in Austria. I said AMS Placky, just throwing it out there. Riggsy, we are in for an absolute cracker if the lobby does not glitch again. So we're hoping, fingers crossed. First is Davison, second Bruno Will, third is Cherka, fourth Ham Jam, fifth Placky, sixth is Danny, seventh is Mercury, eighth Jam Ham, ninth is Polo Guard, 10th is Itzduru, 11th is Shark, 12th is Zitzi, 13th Italia, 14th F1 Driver, LMT Victor Flies, 15th, 16th Gravity, 18th Dan, 18th is Halls, 19th is Libero, and 20th is Billy after getting disqualified from qualifying. Where are the lights?
We are waiting.
Right, oh, here we go, the lights are here. 3 lights, it's 4 lights, Riggsy, it's 5 lights for the Austrian Grand Prix, round 11 of the season. Drive-through penalty ready for Halls, that's a jump start there for him. Here we go, Bruno Will then, Danny to turn number 1. He's had a bad start there, he's already got touched by Cherka. Cherka's locked up down into turn 1, but Cherka takes P2, followed by Bruno Will. Ham Jam into P4, just going to the back of the field, no real collisions at the back of the field. But Billy now has to follow his way through Libero P19, but come back up to the front now. It's going to be down up the inside is the Alfa Romeo of Danny, I think that was, up the inside of that might be Mercury. It was Danny, I think. We've got some action going on at the back. It's very difficult. There's a lot of drivers here in Austria coming down now to turn number 4, I believe this is. If not turn 3. And running outside goes Itzduru now, running outside of Jamham. It's all kicking off here in Austria, Riggsy. But Davison leads. That is crucial for the championship.
And what's even more crucial with that as well, Mardy, is that Cherka is splitting the two championship protagonists there as well. Cherka looked like he had loped up going into turn 1. He looked like he couldn't get the car slowing down quite enough for turn 1 because it is a very quick right-hander there as well, but he just managed to keep it within the white lines and get second place off Bruno Will. Looked like he was kind of bogging down off the start there as well, as you see the timing. Actually, he's taken
pit stops.
Toll on our leaderboards.
There's a few pit stops here. Takes 3 yellow flag. Halls is retired from the Grand Prix after his drive-through penalty. And he's out the session.
What a pit lane action.
And now we've got the glitched. Oh, it's safety car. Is that safety car I see?
Oh, it is. Everybody's. It doesn't say safety car or VSC, but the track's full yellow.
It says safety car at the top.
Safety car's out, Maldy. I think that's it.
Safety car just up there. I swear that said safety car.
It does they say that on my screen, but we are under safety car conditions.
Yeah,
I think.
Rixie, it says it up on the boards around the circuit. It says safety car around the boards.
Oh, so it does, aye. So it does, aye. The monitors, it doesn't say on my screen like on the top left like it normally does.
Yeah, it does.
But you can see it on the monitors there. You'll see it on the top
if you
left.
pause it, sorry, Rixie, if you pause the game, it comes up with safety car.
Oh, right, there we
safety
go.
car.
That's us. Thanks for
There
that,
you
Maldy.
go,
My
see?
tech knowledge is very poor.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I just seen it on the boards around the circuit. See, I'm not like Hamilton. I don't miss the boards around the circuit.
I'll be telling them that.
I don't think he'll be caring.
you
He's
up.
the most successful driver in F1, so I don't think he'll be caring much. So the safety car is going to be picking up the leaders now. Rixie, I want to know how the safety car came, to be honest. Or maybe there was a bit of damage, actually. I don't know. Because there was some major... Maybe it was damage on the circuit. I don't know. Because Zitzi is down in P19 now on a set of mediums. And he had to change his front wing same with Polo God. So Holes has missed out on an opportunity here in Austria.
What I would do, Maldy, is if I was anybody from 13th to the end, to the back of the field, the mediums are not going to make it to the end here. So, because we've had the restart, it means everybody's get fresh set of softs, fresh set of mediums, of a clean sweep in new tyres. I would probably throw myself back on the softs, have that slightly fresher soft tyre, and then just pit like the normal strategy would oblige me to, like, because you can't make the medium stretch. The hards maybe a push would stretch, but even then, like, you're going to have like very high, like 85-90% tyre wear, and that's very much puncture territory for the tyres as well. So I don't really know where the medium runners are going to come into this. I feel like they should take advantage of this safety car and go on the softs and have everybody on the red wall tyres, and then everybody will be on the same strategy essentially.
Yeah, it's very weird. I've never really been in this position before, but what I do know is I know that Polo God and Zitzi can be very, very happy with that safety car. I don't know how the safety car was deployed, Rixie, because there was not a retirement. Hall's retired in the pit lane after he went for his drive-through. But yeah, if he didn't retire, Rixie, then most likely he could have been on the safety car and joined the back of the field. So yeah, not the race that he wanted, but I'm sure that Davidson's going to be happy because it means he keeps his first place here, Rixie. Merkel's in a good position as well. He's P6 at the moment, so he's on an absolute charge.
And while we're under the safety car as well, we'll look at position changes as well. We've got F1 driver and Victor McFly both up 4 places, and we've got Gravity and Dan, up 2 places, 14th and 15th. Libero and Billy up 3 places as well.
Driver.
And then the big losers in Polo God, Zitzi losing 9 and 7, and you'll get Holtz who's retired following his jump start. And I think we're back underway, Maldy. I've completely missed the fancy.
You're back underway. Didn't even say
the
the safety car was ending. That's absolutely insane then. It's still safety car deployed here. But no, it's not. Davidson had an incredible restart. This lobby's absolutely glitched out to the max. Bruno will then come round turn 1. He's going to have the slipstream now on Shirka. Down the back of the third, there's going to be any overtakes. There's not really much opportunity really to overtake. It's just down the straight. It's quite a short straight compared to tracks like Spain and Monza, where the slipstream is more powerful around those circuits on the restart. But it looks like there's been no change in position from the restart. But there is an overtake going on here. Here we go. We've got Polo God versus Billy now down the back of the field. But Dan getting a bit wide there. He's got Libero right alongside him now with his Williams. Libero's going to get that position for P number 15 now as he comes round the outside of the harsh driver, giving him just enough room on the inside. Sweet as you like. Round the outside, P15 for Libero. Polo God's up to P17, and Billy now down to P19. He's trying to defend now from Zitzi as they go side by side. But no, he's not got the grip as Billy, and he's down to P19.
And this is where the main battles really are, at the tail end of the field, and Billy's just kind of went backwards following his strong start. He was up into 17th, he's already finding himself at the end of this very long snake, being led by Davison at the front. And Davison, talking about him, he's not quite DRS yet, but he is in he is quite close to the 1 second mark, 7/10 of a second. If Churka's going to start dropping off, it could mean that Davison can use this as an opportunity to try and extend his lead at the front. But looking at it just now, Maldi, the big gap is between 14th and 15th. His Liberal has just crept outside of the 1 second DRS detection point, and he is just kind of teetering in and out it once it activates next lap. But I think this just might be the become theme for the race, Maldi. It might just be like one continuous long train, and strategy calls could pretty much make or break the race.
Well, my prediction for the victory here, Lackey's looking pretty decent up in P5 at the moment, Riggsy. I'm always going to be, counting on my new drivers. He's going to use his overtake now down the straight. But yeah, it's just slipstream, and I'm here for it. What can I say?
And looking at it as well, like Churka is, Churka, I was sitting there and I'm like, Churka, him. He's just losing out by a couple of tenths a lap once again, and Davison just needs to have another strong lap here. Like, although you've got a strong lap here, as Churka's already jumped outside the 1 second barrier, and once you're really out of that DRS, Maldi, like, it really starts to become a lot tougher on your race. And like Davison's not going to have any effect.
I think that. Sorry,
MD.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but Churka is catching the second sector. So I think the second sector, with that technical section of track, the long right-handers is a strength for Churka. So he's going to use that to his advantage here, try and catch up. But he is going to have the DRS as well. So this is going to be a great battle.
Sign of things to come is Churka again, like he did actually put in a really stellar lap there, did definitely get him back into touching distance, and I think that's all you really need. You just need to be in that 1 second range and just kind of accept that you're just going to get towed along for this race.
Is that the line?
Just essentially,
is that the line using the outside curb on turn? I call it turn 2. I think it's turn 3, but.
They sometimes use the outside curb on the braking, and I think that helps them slow the car down, and then the turn in as well, because you need a really strong exit off turn 3, because it's an incline and it's a really slow exit. So if you get a bit too keen on the throttle, it means you're going to end up spinning. Like it's a very traction heavy zone. Like you need to manage the throttle.
Yeah, definitely. The exit's very important. Yeah. Okay, so Davison's made a cock-up of that final corner, and now Churka's going to be right on his diffuser now as he comes down into turn number 1. But he's still not close enough, but he is now 5 tenths behind, and Bruno Wills the same gap behind Churka. So this is looking to be an incredible battle, Riggsy. This could well be a 6-man battle for the victory, 7-man battle, 8-man battle even. It is incredible here in Austria. This is why we love coming to Austria.
And looking at it as well, Davison's doing slightly better on the ERS management as well, whereas Churka's having to burn a wee bit more. Still in the 70s and 60s%, but they're both doing exceptional jobs in managing that just now, as that will be depleting as the race progresses. So, and what Churka will really need to think about is he needs to watch behind them as well as in front, because Davison isn't really looking like he's up to speed. Churka has definitely looked like he's got the better of him last couple of laps as we sit on board of the racing point through the final 2 turns. Like Davison, you said, had a really a real shocker of a moment on the exit of the final turn last lap, and that's really allowed Churka just to wheel him in essentially. And you can see them just riding that curb on the outside helps you clip that sausage curb on the inside of one. Does help the car top run.
Here we go, Churka's got DRS, Riggsy.
And it's for the lead. Squeezes him.
They've got the inside, but Davison's going to try and come back at him now. This is now essential for the battle. DRS now back for Davison. He's going to have a lot more overtake to play with down the straight. It's going to be DRS. Here we go. I'm here for it. Front row seat. Around the outside goes Davison. Locks up. but he's done it. That is a move there, back to take the victory, and it's absolutely essential now that they do it. But now, Big C, now it's going to get exciting, because now these drivers are going to get held up, and it's going to give Hamjam, Placky, and Mercury, and even Danny an opportunity to catch up. Now, this is what we've wanted all season long.
I feel like Austria is very much one of a kind in a sense, because it's always just going to be a big train of drivers like this fighting for the win. I feel like this, when they say that it's anybody's for the taking, it's a real opportunity for anybody to get to 25 points. And talking about opportunities, Chucker's got another bite of the cherry here as they come down to turn 2 and 3. Is he going to get close enough to go to the inside? He is.
He's going to think better off. He's going to have DRS now. He's going to have DRS down in turn 3, but Bruno Will's going to have different ideas. He's going to go up the inside of the racing point, and his teammate follows close beyond him. Blacky's down there, down in P5. This is a... Inject it. P3 now for Bruno Will at the inside of Churka. Oh, he's done it round the outside. Churka's going to try come back at him. He's going to have the inside line for the next corner. This is going to help Davison as well. Churka all the way up the inside. This is incredible. Side by side. But Bruno Will's got the overtake. That is not what Davison needs.
And that's going to allow Hamjam to try and get
Hamjam, here we go. Hamjam up the inside. Bruno's going to think better off it.
It was a very half-hearted move there for the Mercedes driver there into turn 8, but I think he's just going to wait. He's just bide his time, wait for the run into turn 3, and Chucker's going to lock up, get into turn 1, and that so nearly could have been the back of Bruno Will getting tapped and sent into the wall there. I thought that could have been very dangerous, whereas Hamjam's going to go around the outside of Chucker into the braking zone.
Contact, I think there was there, as Hamjam tried to go around the outside of the racing point. DRS again. The overtake mode again. They can't battle this much, to be honest, because they're going to lose ground to Bruno Will and Davids. They need to work together, but Davids has made a mistake on the exit. This is Bruno Will's opportunity once again in STB, Riggsy.
Oh, and Hamjam's made the move up into P3 as well. Chucker's kind of dropping a stone at this stage in the race. It might maybe just come into tyre management, but talking about the front as well, Davison, Bruno Will closing in, and he's right on the tail now. He's compatriate through the final 2 turns, and Hamjam he's going to have his teammate behind him as well, so he's got that safety net as well.
Chucker's in.
And Chucker's in. Yep, it looked to me that his tyres might have just gave up the fight, and it's means as well, Maldi. He's going to come out and clear air, but there's a yellow flag at the back of the field.
Gravity span. Gravity's gone. Gravity's hit the wall, I think, on the exit. Gravity's gone off somewhere. He's offset his safety car. Safety car's been deployed.
And who is this helped out, Maldi? Churka. Churka's just pitted. He's just came out back of the field on the mediums though.
Again,
everybody's going to have to go to a delta, whereas Churka will as well.
Can I just clarify something? Sorry, I've just done what Hamilton couldn't do in Italy. I've read the boards on the side of the circuit.
Yeah, as soon as the track went yellow, I took your tip in mind and paused the game and unpaused it, and it was there.
I didn't even need to pause it, you know.
Just looking at the boards.
Davi's in, back in. Oh, this is incredible, Mixer. This is what we want from Formula 1, you know. Right, let's see then who's going to come into this pit lane. It's going to be Davison in the pit lane. I think everyone's going to come in. Double stack for Mercedes.
Double stack.
But you know who's going to lead the Grand Prix now, don't you?
It looks to be Churka. It should be him, because I think he pitted at just the right time. Hamjam's going to lose out badly in this safety car period as well. When it was
Mercury, he's just going to set hard. He's going to lose a bit of time as well. Runs in the path of Placky. He's been jumped.
Oh, no, quite. No, quite,
oh,
Churka.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh,
Churka stopped. He's slowing. They have to let folk go?
I don't know. Very bizarre.
Real miscommunication here.
Anyway, Riggsy. Zitzi leads the Austrian Grand Prix, followed by Billy, WF. This is very interesting. Third is Davizin. Fourth is AMS Dan now. This safety car really sorted things out in terms of excitement, even though he was exciting before. Fifth is Bruno Will. Sixth is Placky. Seventh is Churka. He's lost out a bit. Mercury's P8. He's also been jumped, I think. Has he not? Well, he's lost time. Ninth is Jamham. 10th is Itsu. 11th is F1 Drive. He's having a very solid debut here in STB, Rigsy. 12th is Ham Jam. He's the one that lost out. Sorry, yeah, double stacked. My mistake. 13th is Victor McFly. 14th is Shark. 15th Danny. He's also lost out due to the double stack at Alfa Romeo. 16th is Libero. 17th is LA Italia, and 18th is Oli Polo God. So, Rigsy, this is definitely mix things up in terms of the order. Absolutely incredible racing here in Austria.
And Billy's spun at the back of the field under the safety car conditions there as well. So he's went from bad to worse at the back of the field, and it definitely has, the safety cars definitely gave us a real, it's gave us a real mixed bag as well, Maldy, because not only has it shuffled up the order, but we're seeing a real split in strategy. We're seeing Davison, Bruno Will, Mercury, and we've got DJ Danny, Libero in Italia 98, all gone conservative with a harder tyre, and everybody else has already pitted has went a bit more aggressive with the medium. So a real split right down the middle of the field here, Mal. They can definitely see. It's quite hard to predict now. I still feel like Davison and Bruno will have the pace to just jump forward and break the DRS toe and race.
To interrupt you. What happened to Gravity? Because he was just completely. He was off the circuit, but I don't know how he crashed off. I'm not sure.
It's quite hard to take a stab at it without seeing it. But like, I'm thinking he's just clipped that sausage curb on the inside of the final turn, because if you clip it a specific way, it throws you up and it straightens your car up as well, so it means you run wide. So I think it's just maybe caught him out. He's just got a bit too heavy on the right foot, and it's just spun the car around and he's hit the wall on the outside. It's a very easy mistake today. It's a very difficult corner to get right. Because
here we go, Ritzy. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Bruno will now. He's got the slipstream on AMS Dan now. Looks like the lobby is lagging out slightly. Just a few issues as Turker's got on the curb. Turker's not done very good with the strategy here, Rigsy, because he's now on a set of mediums. Looks like he will have to pit again.
Oh, and we'll get Bruno Will and AMS Dan gone for the side-by-side for turn 3, but the hard tyre there is good enough on the traction on the exit. And I think Churka's strategy is bold, it's very audacious, and Placky's gone for a late break and move round the outside into 4 as well, so Dan just falling backwards here off the start, already losing 2 places on the first racing lap, back under racing conditions. Churka will be next. Dan, I think the medium tyres are pretty much... Placky's pitted, he's an EPP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the penalties aren't coming up for me, Rigsy, unless I pause the game. So I think there's a few issues with the penalties. Churka apparently had a drive-through penalty here, speeding under safety car. So yeah, it's just not showing up, Rigsy. It's not showing up.
Either no showing up for me either. I've not seen that
Dan,
penalty
he's struggling.
Up.
Yeah, it's weird. It's putting me off a little bit from seeing what's happening, but yeah, it's not coming up. Mercury, fast lap of the race, he's flying.
Dan is defending quite hard for his teammate here. I think he has just let him by at the end of the day, which is quite fair because he's blocked Ichijiro, through racing craft there. But we've got Ichijiro and F1 driver and Hamjam. This battle for the final end of the points is going to see the McLaren and Mercedes, the McLaren and the Ferrari, going side by side through 4. They're going to keep it side by side through turn 5 as well. And it's the McLaren on the outside. Ferrari's got the inside
here
line.
We go, around the outside goes F1 driver, come on. Need to prove yourself for the McLaren C. And it's Jury Span, he's on the front wing. Oh, he's out of the Grand Prix. He's absolutely been that off. And Billy's contact there down at the back of the field. Billy's in the gravel. It's Juru has lost his front wing. Looks like there was a bit of contact there between the two drivers. And Billy there is P18. It's Jury 17th. And F1 driver lives on to live another day. And looks like Czech has been disqualified from the session.
Oh, that'll be
action here in Austria. Oh, Placky's up the inside of Bruno Will. Placky's up the inside of Bruno Will. Bruno Will's locked up. There you go, P3. Oh.
And he's made it stick. He's up the inside, and Davidson's locked up in 94. This could be a real opportunity here for the Racing Point to take the lead if he can get close enough. Seatsy on his own at the front, doing an exceptional job at the front. Davison no quite got the speed to get by him just yet, but it looks to me that Seatsy ran a bit wide there on the exit of 7. Blackie is on the softer tyre, so
this is amazing.
Should see him.
This race is actually incredible. Davidson then.
This is a real opportunity. Davison is close enough to see here. This should be an easy move though. He's free, we'll ride on board.
I think Ziz is going to go quite defensive though.
He's going to go late on the brakes. Nah,
no.
I think he's just settling behind.
Might have DRS again actually. I think Davidson's got the better tyres at the moment, the better grip. But it looks like Bruno Will's struggling at the moment. Obviously, I know he's on the hards.
He's dropped off the battle. It's still the net podium, but because he still needs to pit. But Jamham has made his way past Mercury off camera there as well, so he's definitely making some inroads. Jam's always he's quite good at that. He's quite good just making moves like when you don't really expect anything, and then the next thing you know he's like right there. Ham the same. He was P12 on the restart. He's up to 7th already. So the Ham brothers definitely making some gains on this restart as we're about to start the 20th lap of 36. This race flies by, Maldi. Doesn't it feel like lap 20?
Yeah, it flew by this race so far. It's brilliant to watch. But sorry, Clacky now is coming on the back of Zitzi. But, you know, the Renault's going to have DRS, so Rigsy, it's just a DRS train. It's just about really that second sector. If you can nail that second sector and you know, the start sector 3, then you can gain, you know, a good few tenths on your competitors. So it's really important to nail that second sector. Down then into turn 4. I think it's turn 4.
It's turn 4, aye. They're all going through turn 5 now. The McLaren Billy will be getting lapped after his spin, and Blackie is he looks solid through the second sector from what we've seen for the deltas, but it's not going to really help that much when Seats is creating dirty air in front of you, pushing your aero at the front. So he's really going to have to make his work. He's going to have to get some work in and replace Seats as second place driver this race, which he should do through here. He is close enough this time around, but again, he's going to have DRS.
I don't know,
Blackie.
Rigsy, if Blackie's going to be able to go onto, you know, go to the end on these mediums. I don't know.
There will definitely be a real struggle for grip near the end of the race, but I think it's very touch and go. With the strategy with the mediums, it's a very aggressive strategy in comparison to the hard conservative strategy.
Yeah, Zitzi's going to have to go on a set of softs, I think, because he's gone on 2 sets of mediums this race. So,
that's the Ferrari. That's a Giro. That's the final turn again.
Final corner. So that was safety car last time. Is it safety car now? It's virtual safety car. The SC. Zitzi's going to take advantage of this. He's going to go into the pit lane.
This is his prime time, but 15 laps on the softs is a pretty big ask.
You're going to go on soft?
It's a pretty big ask if you're asking me.
Blackie as well, I think. Yeah, soft compound tyres. But you know, it's going to drop these drivers a lot down the a lot. It is virtual safety car, but.
Definitely.
Is it ending now? I don't know if it's ending or not. Virtual safety car ending.
I don't think it tells us up in the booth if it's ending or no. We're just kind of left to guess if it is or no. But it's still full yellow for me, and the BSC.
Black has gone on another set of mediums. He's going to the end.
I think that's a safe choice there. That's a safe
choice
there. Softs is a stretch.
Right, here we go then. Back to
back
racing, Rixie.
Black on a white. Yellow flags already again at turn 4, Maldi on the exit. That's the Red Bull Apollo God. Seems to be on the wall at turn 4 on the exit.
He's not had a very good debut, has he? Apollo God.
That's probably the worst restart you could have hoped for there. Talking about bad restarts as well, Bruno Will is seeing himself outside that 1 second zone, and he's going to be in the clutches of Jam Ham, so if he's going to try and make some inroads on his
Mercury's going to be on it as well, rival,
he's going to bring Jam and Mercury into this battle as well, and then Ham Jam's slowly just eating it this time as well, and he's just teetering outside that DRS point as well, so we could definitely see at least a 5-man battle for the leaders. We see Polo God retired in the pit lane. And 5 retirements in this race, Maldi.
It's not too bad.
It's a fair few though. That's a quarter of the field. But we've still got 15 drivers here, and we've
15
got
drivers
5
ready and,
looking to
just ready to absolutely blitz the field and give us some great entertainment here in Austria. But Jam Ham, let's see whether he's going to the end or not. I don't think he's going to go to the end. They're mediums. P3 at the moment, Riggsy, and he pitted. Let me see when he pitted. Sorry, Jam Ham pitted on lap 14, so he wants to try and go 22 laps on the mediums. I don't think that's going to work. Maybe say 19 because of the safety car, but I'm not sure about that.
It's very touch and go for the strategy. I think what Jam and Ham and F1
F1 driver up the inside. Whoa, F1 driver. That was a very audacious move up the inside there, but couldn't get the move done on Ham Jam. Maybe should have waited a little longer. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's not what you really want to be doing on your debut. But he's looking quick, looking very quick.
Definitely don't want to be doing that. But I think what Jam and Ham and F1 driver, or the media ones, just going to be thinking is they might as well just stick out to the end. It'll probably be the worst the tyres have failed in the world field, but it'll mean at the end of the day they'll still get some points because they're just going to be in this DRS train, and all they're going to have today is just themselves in the air.
Yeah.
Is that just me or right? Is that it now? I can hear myself very faintly in your mic.
Oh, sorry, I'll sort this out and then we'll get on that.
Worries. And Bruno Will, is he really making the gains that he needs at this stage? He's still at 1.4 and he's still got Jam Ham and Mercury and touching distance. Ham Jam, after that late move, the F1 driver up into turn 4 last time out, has seen him drop back again. He was 1.2, he's now 1.6. So he's lost 4/10, half a second through that move in that battle that he's got with the McLaren going just behind him as well. So that's really going to eat into his opportunity to try and get himself into this battle. It's never say never though, because he has got some strong pace without DRS assistance. Talking about DRS assistance though, Jam Ham, his brother, on the other hand, has got some DRS with Bruno Will, but again, isn't he getting the exit of turn 3 as he would need to get into it and overtaking opportunity for 4, as we're seeing Bruno Will and Jam Ham both looking up into turn 4 as Mercury, I think, just kind of looked there as well. So this wee trade for P2 really steadily up.
Bruno Will is catching very closely. Well, you know, he is catching to Davizin, so he could still be in for a very special end Sorry, to the Grand Prix. It's definitely calmed down now compared to earlier on.
It's the race is kind of just the time has passed. Everybody's just kind of found their rhythm, settled in, and some people are still in big trains, and other people are just kind of running their own races.
Look for yellow flag. That shark off the circuit.
Oh, that shark! Oh, and it's on the track, right off, just off the racing line. No, that will probably be another safety car.
Safety car has been deployed here in Austria. And do you want to know something, Rixie? That is going to help AMS Placking. My prediction for victory. Inject it. I'm here for it.
It's definitely going to put them back up to the forefront. But is track position really?
If they picked, if the leaders do
factor.
pick, yeah. I forgot to say that.
Do you think they will pit? Do you think they'll value track position?
I don't think there's much point really, because the hards are still going to go to the end of the Grand Prix.
It helps the medium runners though. It helps Jam and Ham and F1 driver Victor McFly. They're all
they're going to be quick on the restart. They can have warm up. You know, it's definitely easier to warm up those tires. We're going to see now. Davison does not pit. Bruno Will's not going to pit. Jammer's not going to pit. Mercury's in. Mercury is in.
And Ham Jam's in.
Here we go then. This could be very important decision from Alfa Romeo here for Mercury to get a podium. Potentially he's going to be very quick on them softs. Let's see then.
And it's
so
a
it's
brand
going to
new
be...
fresh soft.
Oh, he's been jumped. He's been jumped by the Mercedes.
Oh, that's a big play there for the Brackley outfit. Oh, and Billy's... Is that Billy or is that F1 driver? Just came driving in. He came in hot there, and I don't think he hit Jam Ham, but he came in with some speed there, Murray, ready to turn free. Jam Ham.
I didn't see. I was watching Mercury see where he would come out with. He's between Ham Jam and Dan, all on soft tyres.
See, that's the thing as well, Maldy, looking at it. Like, you've got Ceesay in 5-lap-old softs as well, so he's on fresh rubber too. Well, it's kind of like, I'd say the tyres will be about 20%, 25% warm, maybe. But what that means for him is, he's just got medium runners who are nursing their tyres, and he's got hard runners who are on much slower tyres, but they're still fresh in front of him, and he's going to be electrifying on the restart if he can hook it up. Same with all the soft runners at the back of the field, so that's Ham Jam, Mercury, AMS stands on 5-lap-old softs. He's got a bit of wear and tear in his. Italia, Liberals on fresh softs as well. Dicky Danny and Billy's, I don't know where Billy is in this race. I think he's in this mid-pack somewhere.
Yeah, he's left. He's an AI.
Billy's just nothing in his form here at the Red Bull ring. It's the Red Bull ring, or the A1 ring. I'm still living
A1 ring, Red Bull ring, Australian ring, anything. You could call it tree ring if you want. I mean, we've got loads of trees around here. We've definitely been planting, haven't they, Wigsy, before this Grand Prix?
Definitely. It's a very iconic setting for a racetrack on the calendar as well. Like, the hills are definitely alive with the sound of F1.
Definitely. I don't think the birds are going to be very happy though.
Now, all the wildlife around here won't be best pleased with the dirty engines roaring in the woods and all the oils and fumes and everything else
be
just being
absolutely
dispersed
fuming.
into
I would
the air.
be. If I was like, a parrot or a pigeon or, whatever birds we have in Austria, I'd be fuming. Anyway, looks like the safety car is going to be coming in, Rigsy. Less of the bird talk. We're going to talk now about Formula 1 and it's going to get ready now for the restart of the Austrian Grand Prix. We have got 7 laps ahead of us here in Austria. Rigsy, do you still think Davison could win this race or is it going to go to someone else?
It's... I'll stand by it. I'll stand by it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still going to stand by Blackie, but I don't think he's going to win the race. But he could still get a good result. Anyway, Rigsy, here we go. Starting for the restart now. Bruno Will's going to be right on the back of it. He needs to get a good restart here. Looks like Davison's going to wait a very long time to get going here. He's messed this up. Oh. He's messed it up. He's messed it up. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. My mistake, sorry. Alright, it's going to be kicking off then.
Somebody's front wing came off in that restart, Maldi. I don't know whose it was. It looked to be
Oh, Placky's
Renault,
gone on
and
the
it is.
curb. That's going to give
CC's
Hamjam the opportunity now, and Mercury's under pressure from Dan.
CC's
Looking
got
off in the
damage as
braking
well.
zone of
Renault
turn
in
3.
P5. In P5, Hamjam's making a move on Placky, so Hamjam already making gains, and he's going to settle in right behind
Oh, Zitzi's on the back now. Oh, here we go. Zitzi's on the back of F1 driver.
Oh, enough touched. Enough touched
That's
again.
damage. Yeah, that's damage for Zitzi. That's damage.
Yep, front left end plates away.
Yeah, that's going to
He's gonna
absolutely
have
destroy
Victor
him.
McFly up his
The
inside.
Alpha Tauri up the inside of Victor McFly. Hamjam's going to get involved as well. Mercury's going to get involved. Oh, this is incredible, we'd say. Hamjam then is going to go for P6. Could be a late charge for victory here in Austria. He's going to go up the inside of the last corner. Mercury's going to take advantage. Here we go, Mercury overtake mode. Now no deployment's going to have it down into pit turn 1. Here we go, down the straight, Mercury. No, he can't do it. He's going to get Victor McFly. He's going to have to cut the corner slightly there to get through, but he's gone. He's done it. Up the inside of Victor McFly, Riggsy. I'm loving this race so far. It is such a good spectacle here in Austria. Mercury then P7. He's going to try and find his way past Hamjam. Victor McFly P8. Flacky now, Rani will try to overtake Victor McFly. That's going to be in that slipstream. Riggsy overtake mode. Down the straight now. Offensive move from Danny's. They go down into the braking zone of turn 4. And Dan there loses the position to Danny. Italia's in P12. He's not having the best of races here in Austria. But Riggsy, what a restart as Jamham there. Hamjam, sorry, P5 now. He's on the charge.
And he's still in DRS range. A F1 driver in front there. He is 0.8 a second shy, but this lap will probably be a deciding factor. And he's already cut 0.3 off already. Now just through that final turn alone, he might actually have a wee look at the F1 driver into turn 3 if he gets
very
close
quick
enough.
on those softs, and he's the only driver in the top 5 now on softs. Really, this could well be the victory for Hamjam. He needs to try and do something to keep that championship alive here. It's going to be a very special few laps. We've got a bit of no-take going on here. We've got Placky up the inside. Someone's gone very deep into that corner, but it's going to be side-by-side action. It's going to be Placky, Victor McFly and Danny as they approach turn 4 now down the hill. Then it's going to be up the inside of the Alpha Tauri, up the inside, sweet as you like. What a move. Late on the brakes as well. Very good move from Danny.
And Hamjam made the move on F1 driver as well, Maldi for P4, and that's Jam and Ham right behind his brother here. Ham's right behind his brother here as well. This should be a move into turn 1 for the Mercedes driver, and it'll just be Davies and Bruno Will ahead, and they're no much further up the road, still in DRS. It's still a big DRS train here. And Mercury up the inside into turn 1 as well.
Oh, but that driver's going to try and come back at him, but he can't do it. DRS again for the McLaren, but Hamjam is on it, past his brother now down the straight. DRS, overtake mode. There you go. He's not got much overtake left though, Mercury. Riggsy. But Mercury, on the other hand, he's got 10%. He's not got low, so he needs to try and conserve that. But he is behind Jamham, Riggsy. I think Mercury could be very excited at the moment.
And Bruno Will looking up there into turn 4 as well. Hamjam still feeling the benefits, reaping in the benefits.
Oh, Mercury's got damage.
Rubber, so.
Mercury's got some damage. I think. Has he not?
Where? On the front wing. Let me see. Oh, his wing looks fine. I can see both end plates. I don't know if it's maybe just like wee fracture.
Yeah, he hit the back of Hamjam down in turn 4. That's it. I get mixed up.
His aero looks fine. You can see at the front here as well, Maldi. They're trying to break the slipstream, trying to break the toe. Penalties will come into play as well. We've not kept up with them too much, mainly because I've not seen any come up on the screen. Oh,
Mercury's past Jamham. Jamham. He's on a charge in the closing stages. Riggsy for the Austrian Grand Prix. Now we've got the top 3 battling now. It's Hamjam, Bruno Will, and Davison down the straight now, down into turn number 4. It's Davison on the inside. He's going to defend this with his life. This for the World Championship here in Austria. 30 points separate these two drivers at the moment. It is 23. If the race ends like this, Davizin needs to defend this with all his might, all his power here in his Williams. Oh, this is going to be a phenomenal last 2 laps, Riggsy. Oh, and jam now. Oh, Riggsy. Oh, I'm getting a bit scared.
It's alright, we've got the defibrillator there on standby, Maldy. We can see us just fading out of life there. It's hard to keep up with everything that's going on, but I think Hamjam will make easy work on his teammate. I think Bruno might just try and let him go and maybe try and reduce the amount of points that Davizin gets. I think that'd be the smart play here, but he looks like he is still defending it. Hamjam really no get any
Davizin needs to defend, Davizin needs to defend, Davizin needs to defend here. He can't lose the win. Mercury's on the inside now. Oh, this is incredible. Inject it. Inject it. Davizin still leads the Austrian Grand Prix. Riggsy, I'm so here for it. Daddy the pig. Oh, and Hamjam's on the inside of his teammate Bruno Will. This is for the World Championship here. Davizin leads. Second is Hamjam now. Bruno Will. P3. Oh. So high,
I think that's a smart play there. It didn't look like team orders there, but it's definitely a smart play on Mercedes. If Hamjam can take the lead off Davizin on the final lap, it'd be a big move for the championship as well. It doesn't mean if he gets the win, Davizin will only take 18 instead of the 25. Penalties still come into play. We're starting the final lap.
I think Hamjam might have some DRS issues here. He's not activating his DRS down the pit straight, Riggsy. That's gonna hurt him, but his DRS down the back straight. Here we go for the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's Hamjam and he's done it. Hamjam's taken the lead, but he's back up the inside of the wheel of the Mercedes, and he's got the position back, and he's now got DRS down the straight. He's gonna have an extra, whatever it is, horsepower down the straight now. Overtake for Hamjam. It looks like he's not going to do it. He needs to do it in the final sector. Mercury's going to stand behind and wait for some sort of collision to take place. F1 driver's been overtaken by Danny. F1 driver's been overtaken by Danny there down in turn 4. He's all kicking off on the last lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. All keeping it clean here in Spielberg. And Davizin leads the Austrian Grand Prix. It's all about penalties, Riggsy. We haven't had, you know, all the notifications at the bottom to display penalties as Talia retires, but it is going to be on track. Davizin to win the Austrian Grand Prix.
Oh, that speaks a lot there.
Drops down. I don't think he got points there. But Davizin wins the Austrian Grand Prix. That is what we needed here in Spielberg. That is the performance that Davizin needed here. That is how to race in Formula One. Riggsy, I am so here for that race. That was an incredible race here in Australia.
That was definitely. I'm pretty speechless, to be fair, after that.
That was amazing.
I thought Hamjam had it there. The move into on the straight into turn 3 on the final lap. Davizin was late on the brakes, forced Hamjam the long way round, and that was enough to.
And Bruno will down to P4, Riggsy. He won't even get a podium here.
So that means
Gap down to 17 points now.
Definitely heating up. Mercury had 22 seconds worth of penalties.
That is insane.
And
didn't even get a point.
Outside
that is
the
absolutely
points.
Insane now.
I'm surprised there was a disqualification coming his way after that, because I'm sure they disqualify you after so many.
That, Riggsy, was an incredible Grand Prix. That was amazing. Right then, we're going to be interviewing the two Jam Ham and Ham Jam brothers here. Austria. I'm just going to wait for it to go in and give them a quick interview things up for this evening in Austria. What a race we've been gifted here in the Styrian Mountains. Jam, I'm going to come to you first as you finished in P3. You had a great comeback drive after the safety car. How exciting was that Grand Prix for you, and are you happy with your result here today?
Yeah, it was great fun. I really enjoyed it from the start right to the end. Yeah, really happy with third. I think that was probably about the best result I could have got in the end. I knew that pretty much everyone else around me had pens, so just let Harry through, let Mercury through, and then stuck within 3 seconds of him, and yeah, got up to third in the end. So yeah, really happy with that.
Okay. Obviously, third is a very strong finish, and you've beaten Bruno Will. You've had a lot of good races, and it's coming up to your home race next week for you and a lot of drivers. How are you? Are you prepared for Britain? Is it a track that you're hoping to get another great result at?
It's never been one of my best tracks, but I feel like my pace is pretty good around there. So hopefully, if it's another sort of crazy race like this one, maybe a podium, but no, just more points, top 5, I'd be more than happy with.
Okay. Hamjam. You gave us an incredible last few laps at the end on those soft tyres. How are you feeling about beating your teammate? It must be a very good feeling.
Bruno, well, obviously, he's a very quick driver, so it was always going to be difficult to overtake him. And yeah, Davison defended really well at the end there. So one more lap, I think I would have had it, but yeah, just ran out of time, unfortunately.
Well, thank you, Hamjam, and a great race, and well done on your P2.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Thank you, Rigsy, for commentating Austria with me this evening. That concludes then your Austrian Grand Prix, guys. Well done to your podium finishers, Hamjam, and BRL Davison. The gap in the championship now is 17 points. Next week we go to the home of motorsport and the race for most of the drivers on the grid, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. But if you don't want to wait till then, you can tune in tomorrow for the Tier 2 Austrian Grand Prix, which I am sure is going to bring us even more entertainment than there was tonight. I'm so here for it. I'm so ready for tomorrow. Do join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time. You can join Alice Mercury in the commentary box tomorrow with DJ Danny, I believe, for tomorrow's British Grand Prix. Tomorrow's Austrian Grand Prix, sorry. And you can join us next week for the Tier 1 British Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.